Hey, this is Mr. Beerclaw here, and I'm going to show you how to quickly get to the best grind spot in the game from the very beginning of the game. Take note of this nice lady right here, right where you started out. As you enter into Lingrave here, right from that first tomb, there's the guy with the white mask right there next to the first step site of grace right here. Talk to him until his dialogue starts repeating. After you're done talking to him, head over here toward the Gatefront ruins, the Gatefront, and you want to grab a site of grace right before this gate here, so that we can talk to Melania and get access to our level ups. At the Gatefront, she appears to you. I'm sure you've seen it before. If you haven't, well, you can watch cinematic when it's your time. And now you're good to advance forward to Stormvale Castle. Just watch out here for the giant that jumps down, but you can just run past all these guys, basically. Good old Torrent is way faster than they are. Site of grace right there. If you got too much stuff chasing you need to clear, you can stop at, or just to get another site of grace. Stick to the trees here. That way you won't get shot by the catapult. And you got your first boss fight. Continue your way up to the gates of Stormvale Castle. Site of grace right here, top of the steps. You got that. Go talk to the guy in the room here. You can either go through the main gate or you can go the side way. The main gate's pretty crazy. Bunch of ballistas and stuff shooting at you. Plus you got a lot of endurance and can roll a lot. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm going to, but you can do whichever way suits you best. And then I'll meet you at the boss fight on top in a second. At the top of Stormvale Castle, and by the secluded cell Grace Point, about to go and fight Godric. So we go and we take him out now. Once you get the site of grace here after defeating Godric, rest at that. You need to go back to Round Table Hold after defeating Godric and speak with this lady. Once she offers the store, you're good. And then return. Once I'm out into the Learning of the Lakes area at the lake facing cliffs here, I like to mark my map with a few locations to make it a quick run through on Torrent. The first one are these ruins. There is a grace there that I want to get for later. Then we want to stop at Rose Church. That's where the white mask guy is. And then I mark this one too, because this is where the dragon and the glintstone key are to get into the academy, which helps for the invasion step of this quest. Coming up in the ruins here, Yep, just, you know, your average old ruins. There are some enemies around, so be careful. But grab this Site of Grace, because we will use it later. And then continue onward to the Rose Church to talk to the guy in the white mask. Coming upon the Rose Church now. He is in the front of it. If you go inside, an enemy will spawn. He's a bleed enemy that's just gonna try and bleed you. So talk to him, say they didn't seem right. Talk to him again until he gives you, yep, those fingers. Now you can invade people. And then he wants you to invade 3 worlds. It doesn't matter whether you win, you lose, you jump right off the edge, you get disconnected. As long as you successfully join into 3 worlds for at least a brief moment, that's all he's looking for. So then you need to go and do that for his next step. And what I found is helpful for that is to ride north and grab the glintstone key from that spot there that we marked earlier behind the dragon. Then, once you're here at the dragon, you can just ride behind it and grab the key, and hopefully it doesn't snag you. You can obviously fight it and kill it, or a nice little thing you can do too is you can summon in whatever summon you want to kind of distract the dragon a little bit while you do run in behind it. Still got a little risk, but a little less than just running in by yourself. Your summon will kind of distract the dragon, so you see, just easily run in, grab it, sprint off without little worry. And then once you get out of the range of the dragon and you can fast travel again, we want to fast travel to the ruins that we stopped at earlier to grab the grace point. So we want to go back down to these ruins. Once you're here, just ride straight up to this little tower from the grace point. A few things will summon in, but they won't be fast enough to matter. Use this warp gate. Since we got the key, we can go through. And then once you're to here, this is a great spot to start trying to use those fingers and invading other people's worlds to get those 3 invades. A lot of times people hang out right here looking for invaders to do duels. Like I said, doesn't matter if you win or lose, so you can get them all done 1, 2, 3 real quick here usually. And if people aren't doing that here, you can work your way through the academy and hopefully get your invades while you're doing that. And then after that, we're going to head back to the man in the white mask. Once you've completed the 3 evasions, return to the Rose Church, talk to the white mask. Got a few things to say for you. It's going to give you a piece of cloth. And he wants you to soak that baby with maiden's blood. So, the way I found is the easiest is to go straight northwest from the Rose Church up to the 4 belfries here. And there's a really easy way to get the maiden's blood without having like any combat, as long as you've killed the scion when you first started the game. The traditional way is to go to the Church of Inhibition here. There's a maiden there you can also soak the cloth with, but you're going to get invaded by an NPC invader as you come up to the church, and before you get there you're going to have to deal with the Frenzy Flaming Tower that's going to constantly give you madness until you take it down. So, easier than that, go to the 4 belfries. Once you're to the 4 belfries, the top one of the 4 of them will have a chest, and it'll give you an imbued key. So grab that, and then we're going to head to that middle one right there. At the middle one here, there's usually writing saying where it's going. There it is, Anticipation, that's what you're looking for. You want the Chapel of Anticipation, the place where you literally started the game at. And we're going to take this warp gate there. Now we're here, and we're going to run to the top of that chapel where you can see it right there. Once you got to the chapel, where you started the game at, Inside, there's the leaf from that first fairy room. Soak your thing. And now we can go back to the White Mask. Back to the White Mask at Rose Church. And if you want a slightly more detailed version of how to get that quick Maiden's Blood, I have another video called Easy Maiden Blood that'll go through that with a little more detail, not jumping around so much. But otherwise, talk to him. He's going to take your finger. Let him take your finger. And after he takes the finger, you join their cult. Talk to him until he gives you the Pure Blood Knight's medal. And then we can use that to teleport ourselves to the underground area, which is real close to the best grind area in the game. Once you've made it here, jump on your horse, jump on Torrent, and just stick close to the rocks here. If you go too far in the middle, it's going to spawn out giant skeletons from the enemies here, from those guys. See? Giant skeletons. Just ride straight through this zone until you get to the rock at the back, and go right. Past those 4 guys up this hill. You can see all the sleeper guys I just rode past. Rest of this side of Grace. Jump up inside of Grace. And begin the grind. Thank you for watching. This has been Mr. Beerclaw. If you appreciated it, go ahead and give me a follow. I'm going to keep making videos. Hopefully they keep helping you out. Thank you.